What's up, guys? Kutter28 with 4 Next Level Gamers, and it is nice to be back. I know I've been away for quite a while, experiencing some audio trouble with my capture device, so now that that's all figured out, I'll be back hopefully posting a lot more videos on a regular basis. So apologies for being away, and to start things back off in good old multiplayer fashion, I am going to start things with the Last of Us multiplayer. Just recently got this thanks to my lovely wife. So, just started playing the single-player story. Within the first 5 minutes, I gotta be honest with you, I was hooked. They had me right in there. I'm hooked, line, and sinker, and I can't wait to get back to play more of that game. But I thought I'd jump into the multiplayer and test that out. This is my second match. So, I'm on week 1, day 2. The way, from what I understand, the way it works is that there's 12 weeks within a cycle, and each day accumulates, and then you move on to the following week. And how that works is you play one round, and then that's day 1, and then I play another round on day 2. So this is my second match, basically. And you can see I'm still getting comfortable with the controls. Experiencing what I'm finding myself actually doing is I'm playing more of the Ghost Recon Future Soldier style, and I'm trying to do things like run, which is normally an X button, but it's not. It's actually the L2 in The Last of Us, and then the shoulder swap. That's not swapping for me either the way it is, and the way you slide into cover. So I got to wrap my head around these controls versus where I'm usually comfortable playing with the Ghost Recon. So as I get a little more comfortable, hopefully I'll have a bit of a better feel for the controls, and hopefully a better score as well. I believe I placed last in my team for this one. Like I said, though, it's my second match, so bear with me. I don't have anything unlocked. We're playing against a couple guys that are level 22. So when it comes to the matchmaking, I see everybody on my team is kind of matched towards my level, where the other team is level 22, and there's another guy I think in around that range as well. So not the greatest matchmaking so far, at least for me anyways, but they're a bunch of friends. They all had mics and they were talking, and I'm the only one on this map here with this lobby playing with a headset, so that wasn't very good for me at all, right? I'm the only one with a headset, and again, there's no one to communicate, and that's where I'm finding the biggest problem is when you're playing these multiplayer matches. I keep repeating myself here, but no one else seems to carry a headset with them. I'm not too sure. That was obviously a blunder on Sony's part for the PS3, was not to include that headset, which I think they've learned, obviously, because they're going to include that for the PS4. Nice feature. Microsoft, though, for some reason decided to exclude a headset. Oh well, not much you can do about that. Everybody's going to buy one eventually, I'm sure, anyways. That's how you play multiplayer games. At least that's how you should play them. So, a bunch of things I'm still learning, like I said. Just a bunch of unlocks to do still. There's so much to do to customize and upgrade your weapons and all that kind of stuff. The cover mechanics for me in this game are something that's going to take a long time to get used to, because there is no actual indication of a button that will draw you into the cover. Not like the Ghost Recon when you see in my previous videos where I hit the X button and that's it. I'm hugged against the wall or a box or a crate or a car or whatever that may be. And that's not the case here. Basically, you just sneak up close to an edge and then it'll just kind of stick you to it. So getting used to that as well. And then, like I said earlier, the shoulder swap between the two, you have to aim and then you're able to swap. You can't just swap on the fly, which I'm a little disappointed in, to be honest. It would have been a little bit nicer, peek around corners and all that stuff. The Last of Us multiplayer reminds me a lot of the Uncharted multiplayer. In fact, Uncharted 3, I found the players, when your opponents were more like a sponge, and they take a lot of bullets to take out. They've refined that a little bit within the Last of Us multiplayer. It's about 3 shots knocks your player down, your opponent down, and then you can execute them. And these executions are absolutely over the top. They're incredible to watch. Pretty gratifying, but also pretty gruesome. So there's 2 sides to it. Either you're going to like it or you're not going to like that little addition. I tend to like it. It's kind of cool. So 3 bullets, guys are down. That's nice to see that they've touched on that as well. But yeah, a lot of it reminds me definitely of the Uncharted series. A lot of the customizations and stuff too are very similar. The run mechanics, so you can tell that they've used that engine, enhanced it a little bit Well, I shouldn't even say a little bit, a lot. It's a beautiful looking game. The thing's fantastic. Everything's rendered really, really nice. Just the detail alone is just mind-boggling. The fact that the console generation is ending on such a high note makes it hard to think that another system is actually in the works and coming within just months now, really. Sony's coming with the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One from Microsoft in, I'm going to say, the end of October, early November. I've got some inside sources that are telling me that's in and around then. So definitely looking forward to those. And it's hard to think that they're actually going to increase the fidelity of the rendering and the graphical effects and all that kind of stuff. Can it get any prettier than this when you take a game like Beyond Two Souls? And David Cage stated we don't need better systems. We have a great system to work on currently. So to see the jump, though, I've seen Watch Dogs, for example. Watch Dogs is mind-blowing on the PS4. That's incredible, the amount of detail you can get into that. So when the next gen comes, everybody is going to lose the fact that, yeah, it's just pretty graphics. It's not going to matter, because that's what you're going to just come to expect. You should expect 1080p, 60 frames per second. That's what they keep pushing, right? And the graphical side of things are no longer going to matter, and everything's going to focus directly on the gameplay and the mechanics of the game and how the game feels in your hand and all that kind of stuff. So that's nice. That one less thing to worry about. Just expect pretty graphics, and they should be there. So let's get back into the game. Like I said, learning. There's lots to do here. I don't know the map. This is my first time being on the dam. The guys, when they were initially picking, because you're able to pick 2 maps, which one you prefer, and the guys are going, let's go with the dam. So I was, okay, we'll go with the dam. I got no problems doing that. It doesn't really matter to me at this point. I don't have a favorite as I haven't played yet. So it was kind of cool, though. Everything's made to be more of a stealth system. There is no just running and gunning. Here I kind of do a pretty good fail with my Molotov cocktail and just hit the tree. That's to be expected, I guess, at this stage. Well, I shouldn't even say that. That's pretty disappointing. There's 2 guys there, and with Molotov, it's an instant death. So I should have had those 2, but like I said, learning the controls and all that kind of stuff. One thing you do have to keep an eye on is that there's always a way to get flanked. Everything's so open within the Last of Us multiplayer matches that the maps are designed so that you're never safe. As you can see, I get taken out here from behind because I wasn't watching my 6. Like I said, it comes back to the fact that I don't know what I'm doing yet. It comes to the fact that I don't know the maps. I started teaming up more with the other players. You should really stick together. As you can see, we're all scattered, right? There's only 4 people on your team, which is, I kind of thought there'd be more, to be honest. I really expected about 5, maybe 6 players. You're starting to see more and more of that kind of expand into a larger group. But still, you got 3 other people with you on your team. You can either choose the Hunters or the Fireflies, and I decided to go with Fireflies for now. I'll play out my 12 weeks, hopefully get my trophy, and then start over again with the Hunter. And each time you complete those 12 weeks, you get a little star beside your level and all that kind of stuff. Just little things. Definitely enjoying it, though. This is pretty cool. It's a slower paced game. Like I said, there's a tip too. The smoke bomb isn't just a distraction. It will immobilize the opponent. It's kind of like playing Assassin's Creed with the smoke bomb. When you drop that smoke bomb, it stops the opponent, it stuns them, and they start coughing and all that kind of stuff. So you can get in there, take them out, and quickly move on. Here I'm taken out from a guy way up, I believe with a sniper rifle. That's something I wouldn't mind using a little bit more. I gotta refine the recoil I'm using the assault setting. So recoil right now I find is just brutal. So you're gonna have to go in like small bursts and stuff. These rounds are about 15 minutes. Now they never last that long because in these 2 cases anyways, our team died. So you only have about 20 survivors to play with, and then it counts down every time you're dying. So right now you see we have about 3 and they have 9. So they have more lives left than we do. So that's gonna slow things down for us. We need to catch up, but unfortunately we just don't. And here's that sticking into cover again. So if you crouch, you're not spotted on the map either. That map in the right hand corner See the guy lights up in red, he's obviously running or he's shooting. So if you crouch, you don't give yourself away. A couple little things like that. They're throwing a Molotov. Missed. Luckily I saw them winding up, so I was able to bail out as quickly as possible. As you're going to see me throughout the game, I'm going to pull up my inventory. I'm going to pull my backpack off, pull up the inventory screen, and start crafting a couple items. Now, to choose when you do this is key, because if you get caught when you're trying to craft an item, things are going to go south in a hurry. So you're basically vulnerable to anybody popping around the corner as far as the opponents come and go. Now, that's a cool feature. Definitely like crafting on the fly. It's pretty cool to craft some of these weapons to make your Molotov cocktails, and make your bombs, make your smoke bombs, and even enhance that 2x4 with putting a pair of scissors on the end of it, right? Like, this is pretty intuitive stuff. I think it's kind of neat to see some of this added into the multiplayer. I think I'm going to stick with the multiplayer for the most part. I am really enjoying myself. I'm having a blast doing this. It's something I think I will carry with, because I'm still playing games like Ghost Recon Future Soldier multiplayer. That came back out in like November, and I'm still dying to play the multiplayer of that. I find that I'm getting distracted often by the multiplayer and not finishing the single player. So that's a bit of an issue, but that's just me. Whatever. I know some guys who buy, say, like Call of Duty just for the multiplayer, don't even touch the single player. So overall, though, I am experiencing some control issues. But once I wrap my head around that, I think I'll enjoy the game a lot more. It is a ton of fun, so I am, like I said, really, really enjoying this game. So let me know, guys, what you're thinking. What's your thoughts on The Last of Us? Have you played the multiplayer yet? Have you finished the story yet? I obviously haven't finished the story. Like I said, I'm only a few hours in, so I still got lots to go. It's a long game, too, from what I understand. It's about 15, 16 hours, depending on how much exploring and stuff you do, right? So I'm still very early. Definitely going to get into that. You can expect a review of that to be hitting the site too the minute I'm done. I'm looking at posting a review currently of Remember Me. We recently received our code and stuff, so we'll be getting that done here shortly. That should be out in the next week, and from there we'll be carrying on with some more multiplayer stuff, and I'm going to try and get into some live streaming too. Well, guys, the video is wrapping up. I just want to say thanks for watching. I know it's been a long time, so hopefully I'll get back in the swing of things here. Leave any comments you feel or suggestions on how I can improve my game. Like I said, I have this is only my second game, so I don't have too much unlocked, but when I get to that, maybe you can suggest some loadouts that I should try perhaps and see about improving my game. And obviously you can see here I ended up last on my team. Not very good, but we'll see about building it up as the days and the weeks go on, right? So as always, guys, I am Kutter28 with For Next Level Gamers, and I'll catch you the next level. I'm out.